In the midst of the sprawling concrete jungles of our cities, where glass towers shimmer under the sun and streets buzz with ceaseless activity, it's easy to feel like a small drop in an overwhelmingly vast ocean. These urban landscapes, brimming with technological marvels and the hum of human ingenuity, often eclipse the serenity and stillness that our souls deeply yearn for. But amidst the cacophony lies an invitation to seek spiritual solace in the most unexpected places. Take a moment and visualize the early morning light filtering through the tall skyscrapers, casting a golden hue on the streets below. As the city awakens, there's a silent, almost imperceptible call to connect with something greater, something beyond the tangible. In biblical times, mountains, valleys, and quiet pastures were common sites of divine encounters. Moses received God's commandments atop Mount Sinai. Jesus often retreated to quiet places to pray and seek communion with the Father. But today, our sanctuaries have evolved. The challenge, and indeed the beauty, lies in finding God amidst the metropolitan hustle. For every busy cafe where people sip their morning coffee, engrossed in their devices, there's a quiet corner where someone is pausing to reflect, to pray, to cherish a moment of gratitude. For every packed subway car, there's a soul finding solace in a psalm or a hymn playing through their headphones. These are our modern sanctuaries, pockets of spiritual oasis amidst the urban chaos. Much like the river that peacefully flows through a bustling city, God's grace winds its way through our urban existence. It's in the gentle breeze that rustles the few trees lining our streets, the unexpected kindness of a stranger, or the soft hum of a church bell in the distance. His presence is everywhere, a gentle reminder that even in our busiest moments, he is right there with us. The story of the Apostle Paul wandering the streets of Athens comes to mind. Amidst a city rich in culture and adorned with idols, he found a way to speak about the unknown God, making the message of Christ relevant to the Athenians. Today, in our cities filled with their own modern idols, be it fame, wealth, or incessant productivity, we too are called to find and share the timeless message of God's love and solace. As day transitions into night, the city dons a different cloak. Neon lights take over, and the cacophonous sounds of the day make way for a more subdued hum of evening activity. Just as the city's landscape transforms, so does the opportunity to find God in the midst of it all. Within these urban terrains, there are hidden sanctuaries waiting to be discovered by those seeking refuge and connection. These aren't just our traditional churches or chapels, which undoubtedly stand as bastions of faith and community, but they're also the less obvious spaces, the tranquil rooftop gardens overlooking a maze of buildings, the cozy bookshops housing timeless spiritual classics, or the community centers where individuals come together to serve those in need. Consider the story of the Samaritan woman at the well. It was an ordinary day, at an ordinary well in a town named Sychar, where she encountered Jesus. This seemingly mundane spot was transformed into sacred ground through a conversation that quenched her spiritual thirst. Similarly, our urban settings hold countless wells, places of unexpected divine encounters. It could be a heart-to-heart conversation with a colleague during a lunch break, or a moment of introspection in a quiet city park. It could be the solace found in a candle-lit room practicing evening meditation or in joining a community service project. God's presence is woven into the fabric of our city lives, making the ordinary extraordinary if only we pause to notice. Furthermore, urban life presents a unique mosaic of cultures, backgrounds, and beliefs. Within this diversity lies a rich tapestry of spiritual practices and traditions. By engaging in interfaith dialogues, attending workshops, or simply sharing meals with those from different faith backgrounds, we can enrich our understanding of God. The essence of Christ's message, love, compassion, and unity, finds resonance in many of these traditions. By embracing this diversity, we not only find new avenues to connect with God, but also foster a spirit of unity in an often divided world. It's crucial to realize that our quest for spiritual solace isn't a solitary endeavor. The New Testament speaks of the early Christians gathering in homes, sharing meals, prayers, and stories of Jesus. These gatherings weren't in grand temples, but in ordinary homes, turning everyday spaces into holy ground. Today, be it through home-based Bible studies, community prayers, or faith-sharing groups in local cafes, we continue this age-old tradition of communal spiritual nourishment. In the digital age, screens often act as both windows to the world and barriers to our inner selves. But just as Paul used the written letters to spread the teachings of Christ across vast terrains, we too have the tools to harness technology for spiritual enrichment. Digital platforms can be gateways to profound spiritual growth. There are apps dedicated to scripture readings, meditation exercises rooted in Christian traditions, and online communities that gather believers from every corner of the world. These aren't just conveniences, but lifelines for those who, due to physical distance or personal circumstances, can't attend a local church or Bible study group. However, it's not just about finding the right app or community, it's about cultivating a mindset of spiritual mindfulness. It's in the intentional pauses we take before responding to a heated comment on social media, recalling the teachings of Christ about turning the other cheek. It's in the gratitude-filled posts we share, mirroring the biblical call to rejoice always. But just as the cities have their quiet sanctuaries, the online world has spaces where silence speaks louder than words. The challenge is discerning when to engage and when to retreat. Practicing digital detoxes, where one intentionally steps away from screens to reconnect with the tangible world around and the divine within, is a rejuvenating exercise. It's a modern-day equivalent of Jesus' retreats to the mountains for solitary prayer, recharging our spirits. Moreover, the virtual realm allows us to witness and partake in acts of kindness and compassion on a global scale. Fundraisers for those in need, awareness campaigns about social issues, or simply sharing testimonies of faith and resilience. These digital endeavors echo the biblical instruction of letting your light shine before others. Yet, amidst these benefits, it's vital to remain grounded. Technology is a tool, not a replacement for genuine personal encounters with God and our fellow beings. Like the city with its hidden sanctuaries, the digital realm requires us to navigate with intention and purpose, seeking those genuine moments of connection amidst the noise. In wrapping up our journey from the vast deserts to the bustling cities and into the digital cosmos, the recurring theme is clear. God's presence remains unwavering. Whether we find Him in the stillness of a rooftop garden, the pages of a digital Bible, or in the comforting words of an online prayer group, He awaits our attention, our introspection, and our return. For the modern Christian traversing the landscape of urban and digital life, the call is to combine the ancient wisdom of scriptures with the opportunities of today. By intertwining faith with both city and screen, we can forge a path that leads us closer to God, ensuring that every step, every click, and every prayer is a faithful step towards a more profound spiritual connection. In the end, it's a reminder, no matter where we are or how advanced our surroundings become, at the heart of it all is a timeless relationship, a divine connection, and a love that transcends all boundaries. With God as our navigator, every moment can be an inspired step on the journey of faith in our modern world. Every epoch in history presents its unique challenges and opportunities, and our contemporary era is no exception. In a world where advancements and innovations emerge at an unprecedented rate, there exists a delicate dance between holding onto our foundational beliefs and embracing the progress around us. The modern Christian is poised uniquely at this intersection of faith and modernity, with one foot in timeless traditions and the other stepping boldly into the future. Yet, it's essential to remember that our faith isn't static. It's alive, evolving, and adapting. The Church, throughout history, has often been a beacon of progress, commissioning art, pioneering in science, and leading social reforms. And so, today's challenges, be they ethical dilemmas presented by new technologies or the broader questions of spirituality in a digital age, are merely new verses in an ongoing song. This dance, this harmonization of the ancient and the modern, calls for introspection. When faced with the overwhelming influx of information and the rapid pace of life, it becomes even more crucial to pause, reflect, and anchor ourselves in the principles of Christ's teachings. These are moments to ask ourselves, are our actions aligned with love and compassion? Are our digital engagements reflective of the kindness and understanding that Christ embodied? There's also immense beauty in realizing that today's tools can amplify Christ's message of love, peace, and unity. Social platforms can become platforms for social good. Every tweet, post, or share has the potential to uplift, inspire, and heal. Our digital footprints can be trails of hope and positivity. However, as we harness these modern tools, the importance of real-world, tangible connections becomes even more pronounced. Virtual fellowship is valuable, but there's an irreplaceable warmth in a physical hug, a shared meal, or a face-to-face conversation. It's in these real-life interactions that we often feel God's presence most palpably, reminding us of His design for human connection and community. Furthermore, in these rapidly changing times, our roles as stewards of the earth gain heightened importance. Advancements in technology should be harmonized with the preservation of God's creation. Every modern solution, be it in agriculture, energy, or transportation, can and should be weighed against the biblical call to tend and keep our earthly home. In conclusion, as we continue our dance with modernity, let's do so with grace, intentionality, and purpose. Let our steps be guided by Christ's teachings, our actions reflective of His love, and our engagements, both online and offline, be testimonies of His eternal promise. The fusion of faith and modernity isn't a challenge but a grand opportunity. An opportunity to demonstrate that the core messages of love, compassion, and unity are as relevant today as they were 2 millennia ago. So, as we stride forward, let's do so with our hearts open, our minds curious, and our spirits aligned with the divine, ensuring that every step we take is a faithful step towards a brighter, more harmonious future. In this ever-evolving dance of life, may we always remember God's rhythm is unchanging, His melody timeless, and with Him as our partner, we're destined for a dance that's both beautiful and eternal.